There are a few matters that come up, and I would like to point out to you in terms of the reading of this week's parasha, but it's not about the parasha. It's more about emunah. We have the event of splitting of Yam Suf. And it says, "Ubnei Yisrael alchu bayabasha betoch hayam." And the Israelites, Am Yisrael, went in the land, inside the ocean, betoch hayam. So there was a rabbi. He wrote a wonderful, wonderful sefer. It's called the Noam Elimelech. It's a Hasidish perush. And he writes the following: "Shehigiu tzadikei Yisrael lemadrega gvoa meod." Bnei Yisrael at that point reached a very high level of understanding what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is all about. Vayayetz lahem bayabasha kebetoch hayam. And the ocean for them was like the land for them. Not that he's saying, okay, the sea did not split. But they went in with the emunah, whether it's ocean or not, we are going in. So that's a very high level of understanding. Hainu shegam mitoch pilei hateva, even through miracles of nature or miraculous events of nature, makirim gdulat veromemut Hashem yitbarach. You don't need a splitting of the ocean to see the greatness of God in His creation. In other words, if you look at nature, go to Niagara Falls. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's something that is worthy of saying a bracha on. Or say Maaseh Bereshit. And most people would like to go to they actually see the falls. They see the water. So they go to the Canadian side because it's a better view. I wasn't impressed by that. No difference between that and watching it on TV. But I was impressed. I was impressed when I was standing near the fence and the water is right there and you see the huge amount of water, is unbelievable velocity that the water are not just drip, that they are being bombarded down. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it's going down. And that was for me an unbelievable thing. I don't need the production to be at awe. When was the last time you were at awe when you looked at a tree or how a tree grows? I think it's Colorado, somewhere in the Rockies. I think it's Colorado. There is a forest of aspen trees that all started from one tree. They did testing on this. It's all one tree. To think how a tree grows and the water goes from, it's a pump. Did you ever think about how the tree gets its water all the way against gravity all the way out? You have trees that are huge, enormous. Or how a heart of a baby is being formed. It's this cell like this that has a little vein goes through it, and in the middle of the vein you see pumps like this, and then all of a sudden, like somebody pressed a button, it starts folding, it forms a double line like this, and you have the formation of the chambers, and that's the heart, and then it's all gone from there. It's a miracle. It's a miracle how my body works. It's a miracle how your body works. It's a miracle with the way you think. No, it's okay, never mind. You still go. Everything is a miracle. The whole world is a miracle. How the universe is operating. The laws of nature are miraculous. So when you reach a certain level of understanding, everything for you is a miracle. You don't need the miracle to see miracles because everything is a miracle. But that's when you let HaKadosh Baruch Hu operate. And that's why I said to you, the biggest problem is that we make a lot of noise. Hashem yilachem lachem v'atem tacharishun. Hashem will fight for you, and you'll be quiet. But Hashem will not fight for you unless you're going to be quiet. Because it goes first, Hashem yilachem lachem v'atem tacharishun. Bnei Yisrael says, one second, there's an ocean. Nachshon ben Aminadav, there's an ocean. Okay. Hashem tells us, He took us out of Mitzrayim. Well, guess what? Okay, there's nowhere to go. We're going in. Oh, we went in. And then the miracle will happen. This is amazing. So the miracle will happen, what? If Nachshon would not have gone in, maybe the ocean did not open up. So let me ask you a question then. Do the miracles happen for those who let them happen? Maybe the water opened up because of the great emunah that they had. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listen, He wanted, there's not a problem, we're doing it. So then the miracle happened. He jumped in. How many times HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to make us a miracle and it just does not happen? Why? Because we don't allow this to happen. We don't allow it to happen. You know, if you look at your life, all these little puzzles that just, how do you call this again? Tetris, this game, it's like falling into place, like perfect game, tack, 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 one on top of the other. It's not Angry Birds, it's Tetris, this game, wonderful. But all you got to do is just press the button, and you don't press the button, so it becomes a pile of things. But all these little things, and says, no, I don't want to do that. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I don't know, does such a thing, you'll be able to meet the right person at the right time, and your life will take a whole entire turn from that, and things will happen, and you go to school, and you won't go to school. You never thought to go to school, but you end up going to school, and not only you don't pay, you're getting paid to go to school, and all these things, and guess what? All you got to do is just do your work. Be quiet, sit down, do your work. And you don't do it, guess what? Miracles don't happen. At a certain point, it's not going to happen to you. Instead of Hashem yilachem lachem v'atem tacharishun, you're making noise and you're finding Hashem. You don't need to be so uptight. You need to let go. Let Hashem into your life. Don't lock the door. The Yetzer Hara, when the Yetzer Hara comes, he comes, he's at my door all the time. What can I do? He's a member of the family. They're good, so why do you let him in? The Kadosh Baruch Hu, you have the door locked, Sorag Ubariach, locks and chains and bolts, and you're fighting Hashem. You're fighting the Kedusha. And then Am Yisrael, of course, was united. Am Yisrael were pressed. They were united. Then the ocean split. However, regarding Yam Suf, we say other thing. We say, Kashim mizonotav shel adam kekriyat Yam Suf. It is as difficult to provide a person with mezonot, with food, as splitting of the ocean. Why? Shene'emar noten lechem lechol basar. He gives bread, food, nourishment to all creatures. And v'samich le גוזר ים סוף לגזרים. rips the ים סוף into pieces. והיינו, ששניהם שווים בהשגחתו. as much as הקדוש ברוך הוא split the ים סוף, הקדוש ברוך הוא gives you פרנסה. ומשניהם רואים ומכירים את יד השם בעולם. By both of them you know יד השם in that. אלא שבתינת המזונות, by providing, כבר הורגלנו, we're used to it. That's what the Noam Elimelech writes. ואיננו מתרגשים. We don't get excited over the fact. We're used to it. I got work, check, comes in. You know, all you got to do is the effort, you know. But you get used to it. So you never say, thank you, Hashem, thank you. Baruch Hashem, I got paid, thank you so much. אבל צריך להכיר ולהודות על זה כי לעולם חסדו דיינו ביבשה ממש כנס הים. While you're standing in the dirt, in the sand, on the earth, you need to recognize it as if you were walking in the ocean. When they were walking in the land, it was like they were walking in the ocean. For them, every step was a miracle. However, they say something else also about Kriyat Yam Suf. They say, what? 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 Shirah. No, I get to Shirah later. And
also to find a zivug.
Yes, exactly. To find a shidduch, a mate, a soulmate, is also as difficult as Kriyat Yam Suf. When you find, all of a sudden, sit down and you analyze why and how did you meet your soulmate, you'll see it's just, it is impossible. It's impossible. All the things that had to be taken place in order for you to meet the right one, it's miraculous. Let me tell you this. If we go with the theory of the Big Bang, the creation of the universe with the Big Bang is less complicated than all the events that had to occur for you to find your soulmate. That's why you need to let go. You need to let Hashem guide you. But, it's up to you. If you want to do the emunah, so therefore you have Bnei Israel betoch hayam bayabasha. They have the miracle. However, if you like to go b'derech Mitzrayim, sus verochbo, chariot, power, I'm going to do it. Kochi ve'otzim yadi, my might, my power, my strength, my ability did this. Hashem. Well, then guess what? You're going to stuck in the mud of your own abilities, in the mud, in the murk of your own life. And then the water is going to come overwhelming over you. All the talents that you have, all the abilities that you have, did you ever say, God, thank you so much? I mean, nothing is yours. You weren't born with the knowledge, even if HaKadosh Baruch Hu gifted you with a unique intelligence, you needed to find the right teachers to teach you that, because you could be a multi-genius, 185.2 IQ, bright light. However, if you had a destructive teacher, he would or she would destroy you. You might be smart, but you'll be one lousy human being. All you need is the right people to inspire you. So even that is not yours. If you like this buffoon, Stephen Hawking, I don't like him. Hawkins, whatever his name is, I don't like him. Arrogant, pompous. With all the arrogance, he can't make himself get up and walk. Maybe we'll be less arrogant. If he wasn't meeting his appropriate teachers throughout the years, would he be so famous today? Pompous person that he is. That's why I like Rush Limbaugh. The guy makes the mega millions every year. I mean, he makes a ridiculous amount of money. Very sharp, very smart. He's the kind of person presidents are petrified for. And yet, he always says, talent on a loan from God. Yes, he is a very talented person. But he understands that's on a loan from God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you all the talents. There's nothing that you can generate on your own. Everything is a cosmic ballet of people bouncing and interacting into you, and you get better and better and better and better and better. The best sword, the best Japanese sword, that will be priceless in terms of its abilities to cut and the craftsmanship and so on and so forth, started from sand. And it would have been nothing if it wasn't for the sword maker who made it into metal, who hammered it and took all the imperfection out, that had the vision and so. These are the people you meet in your life. So when it comes to your parnasah, it is those avenues, the decisions that you made. And sometimes you even get fired out of your job to land into a better job. Or who knows what would have happened down the road. HaKadosh Baruch Hu did a favor for you and it moved you from here to there. Sometimes you fall into a hard and miserable job. And you tough it up and you work it. And he says, listen, HaKadosh Baruch Hu put me here. I guess there is a reason. It's greater than me. I'm not playing a small head. There's a reason here. So let me try to do my best. He put me here for a reason. I'm going to do my best. Why? For you to learn how to deal with stressful situations and so on, to get a crash course on, and then you let them do a job, and that's exactly what they wanted, and then all of a sudden he says, oh, Tazoi, this is why over there it was so hard to prepare me for this one. But you need to recognize that. And the same thing with Shidduchim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will go from here to there, will meet. How far do you need to go in order to understand the chain of events that led you to meet your wife? What did need to happen in order for you to meet your wife? Something very simple. Men had to be created. Because since the creation of men by God, everything since that point had led to the fact that you need to meet your appropriate one. However, if you push it to the side, you say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, give me a wife that will be, and then he gives it to you, and say, nah, I don't want that. Now you push God to the side, and now you have something else, and now you're on your own. Because I can split the ocean for you, but I cannot make you go in it. That's the whole beauty of going into the ocean. That's the whole beauty of Naaseh v'Nishma. But when you start complaining and you say, me, why? Right? What happens? Don't operate. You go to a place that's called Refidim. Place Refidim indicates Perudim, separated. The place Refidim in which they reached. In the desert, the place that they were already falling apart. And then your Amalek comes. Amalek is the klipa, is the husk that tries to affect the emunah pshuta, the pure belief, the pure heart of a Jew. And that could be even a Jew who has klipat Amalek on him. It merged into him. The root of Amalek is to remove your klipa, your emunah. And how we would remove your emunah? By taking the spiritual husk and covering you over so the light of your emunah would not be able to shine out. And those doubts, and we told you this 1,000,000 times, the numerical value of Amalek, 240, is the same numerical value of doubt in Hebrew. When you have doubts not in what I should do this or I should do that, because we all have that to choose this, that, do this. Always go in Derech Hashem. See what the Torah tells you to do. You won't be wrong. But the doubt, did I have to sit down in yeshiva to learn today? Was that the right thing to do? I could have done this, I could have been there, I could have done this, I could have been there. Did I do the right thing? Should I really get up in the morning and put tefillin on? Kadosh Baruch Hu needs my tefillin. Should I cut Shabbat early? Should I do this? Who needs that? All these things are emunah. I have an opportunity to steal something. Nobody would see. Nobody sees. Nobody. The guy who were just here, I don't know, whatever, left the diamond and the 2-carat, deep flawless, emerald cut diamond on my table. Should I chase after him and say, okay, let him go? Hello, I tried, nobody here. Okay, thank you very much. I don't do those things. Why? Because I have a emunah. Because I know it's not mine, it's his. I'm going to chase it. Excuse me. Here's a stone for you. That's the derech of Torah. So when I don't have it, and the doubt comes, I develop a husk. Or this husk is coming over me. The shell comes over me and covers me and makes me spiritually opaque. I can't let the light, internal light, emerge out and connect itself with the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When I have doubts, Amalek comes and he fights always when I'm weak, always when I'm tired, when my emunah is not strong. And it's not over big things. Guys, it's not over big things. The doubts would start slowly. The problem of Amalek started when the people started to complain on the banks of the Yam Suf. Why did you bring us here to die? There's not enough graves in Egypt. You brought us here to die. The water is here. You needed a person who is Ballet like Nachshon ben Aminadab to jump into the water and to show the people, and then they went. But it started to corrode into them. It was this rust. I don't need to tell you. If I would tell you, for example, Yoav, you know what? How about come on Shabbat? We'll do some barbecue. We'll do some things. Tell me, come on, it's Shabbat. I can't do that. But I'm going to poison you slowly. If you're going to go take a gun, kill it, take a gun, blow his brains out. But we're not talking about blowing people, then you go to jail. So what do? I don't know, you drop a little bit of, mercury or some lead into the food. Slowly, drip. You have patience. They eventually die. That's what the poison does to us. I'm not telling you right away, take a gun, blow your brains. Clat. It's a spiritual cholesterol. That's what it is. It's spiritual cholesterol. They come in and slowly, take another bite. It's good for you. Saturated fat. It's terrific. Don't worry about it. Eat now. And slowly it builds up until you go into a spiritual cardiac arrest. When this whole husk covers you completely, you go into spiritual cardiac arrest, and then you die. Spiritually you die. And that's the meaning of karet. Spiritually dead. You're alive, but spiritually dead. And that is something that you need to stand guard all the time. Unless there are sometimes cars that create a certain electric current through them all the time. I don't know if you noticed that. In recent years, cars rust much less than they used to before. When I was a kid, all the cars were rusty. So one way is to create a special coating on the car, special paint. So you can do that spiritually. Then there is a way to do it, to create a certain frequency or electric current charge through the car to simply not allow this corroding effect or oxidization to occur into the car. And then it would not happen. You need to create an iron dome, a shield, an invisible shield around you. an electronic jamming device for lack of emunah to penetrate into you. And how are you going to do that? You need to turn up the heat of your emunah. Let go. Learn. Let go of all your craziness and your control issues that you have. You don't need to be on control. The only thing you need to control is yourself. That's how you become strong. When you strip yourself from anything, slowly, one layer at a time, you strip yourself from materialistic endeavors and materialistic desires. I'm not saying become, completely spiritual, That's not our job to become a complete spiritual entity. Our job is to connect between spirituality and materialism, to connect. But to remove from ourselves, in order to connect, you need to be a pipe, and a pipe needs to be clean. You can't have corrosion on your pipes, or it will break. It needs to be clean on the outside and on the inside. Tocho kebaro, inside and outside. Say things that you only mean them. Be a truthful person. It's like the people who always attach themselves to claiming to say the truth, but only to the liars. People who always tell you, why don't you say the truth? There are so many people around us that lie all the time. And we, for whatever reason, always attach ourselves to the liars instead of the people who always speak the truth. What does it mean the truth hurts? The truth doesn't hurt. If you tell me, thank you, If you're saying a sincere thing, so thank you, I appreciate it, let me fix myself. Nobody's perfect. We can all have a deviation every now and then. But those who lie, for whatever reason, we always try to attach ourselves to people. That's not the way of Torah. So this is our job, to enhance, to work, to develop our emunah, to create this shield around us. I'm not saying hide yourself. I'm saying develop, strengthen yourself. Develop your spiritual immune system to the point that it will not have effect, but you need to maintain it every single day. You need to spend some time a day to really thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for whatever you have. As little as you have, it's still more than if you would have to get it all yourself. Because you came to this world, what? Completely naked, completely dependent. And now, Baruch Hashem, you have a pair of shoes, you have a pair of socks, underpants, pants, shirt, you're okay. Better than you were before. Never look back, always look forward. Better than you were before. Be happy with what you have. Be thankful for what you have. Appreciate it while you have it. Don't appreciate it after it's been taken away from you. Hodu l'Hashem ki tov, ki le'olam chasdo. Shabbat shalom.